Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Direct Sports Daily. I'm your host, George Bennett. With me is my co-host, Robert Gluck. And today, we're going to be talking about Mayweather v. McGregor. And that still is extremely difficult for me to say and avoid saying Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Yeah,
because, for years, we kept saying Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Waiting for
Mayweather-Pacquiao. And we were waiting on it. And
even after everyone's waiting for the rematch, so you still were hearing it.
yeah, I never really wanted a rematch, especially before we even get into that. Let's talk about that for a second. Mayweather Pacquiao was probably the most disappointing fight of this generation.
Our generation, for sure.
Yeah, because it was pretty much the only fight of our generation.
I think that's why.
And it was like both of those guys fought like they knew there was a big payday coming, regardless of what happens. And I feel like what's to stop that from this Mayweather McGregor fight? What is in place to prevent that?
I think the only thing, literally the only thing, is McGregor being hopefully as crazy as he plays to the camera. You know, you never know with MMA fighters, especially him. He seems completely like a fictional character sometimes to me.
Like almost out of WWE.
Yeah, like he really does. And I don't pay a lot of attention to MMA, so I don't read into it or look it up or research it. So maybe that's him, maybe it's not. But he comes off as a caricature. But I'm hoping he's like that, because I think you put him in the ring and he's actually like that, he's going to try to knock him out. Which, at the very least, for 6-7 rounds, that'd be really interesting to me. Pacquiao versus Mayweather, I can tell you that's the only fight I've ever bought in my life. Like me and a bunch of friends, and I kid you not, the 4th or 5th round, we were outside playing beer pong. Didn't even know what was going on anymore. And
because they literally just danced around the ring.
Danced the whole time. And
it was...
You knew who was going to win, too. Like, you knew Floyd was getting the upper hand. It was just... Yeah, so the only thing I'm praying for is McGregor factor.
I don't think anybody's picking McGregor that, knows anything about boxing or anything. But, that's the story we all want. We want McGregor to take down Floyd because it's not interesting. And Floyd isn't going to win in any kind of knockout or anything like that. He's going to play very technically sound. Going to do boxing the way boxing is quote unquote supposed to be done. Yeah. And it's not going to be exciting. This isn't Tyson. No. Mayweather is a very boring fighter, just in general. Yeah, it's it's always going to go to the decision, and he's always going to come out ahead on that, and it's I don't want to see 12 rounds of that.
That's why I think that's why this is going to be so hyped. They're going to build, if they're smart, and that boxing, in general has been very smart about promoting people. Yeah. MMA clearly has been good at it. They're going to promote McGregor, and they're going to promote him being crazy. I think they're going to push into all of our heads McGregor's going to come out firing,
a drunken Irishman.
Yeah, and that's what we all want. And I really God, I hope, because I can tell you already, I'm going to buy it. Hopefully with some friends, so it's cheap. I don't, or cheaper than just me buying it by myself. But I'm going to buy it in hopes that at least McGregor, and if he loses because it's still technical and they go still, but as long as he's out throwing punches and making it interesting, I think the worst case scenario for everybody is what you just said, is that McGregor is actually, once he's in the ring, a little more timid and not attacking, and he just gets picked apart, which Mayweather is more than capable of doing. They're using 10-ounce gloves, I know, which is kind of I don't know if that's, I think they're considered a little bit, that's a little too, it's like pillows to,
I'm not that into it.
Yeah, I'm not either. I've just from reading.
Filthy casual when it comes to this.
My understanding is that's pretty padded, and it's hard to do damage with 10 ounce compared to 8 or whatever. So I'm nervous. I am really nervous. I'm gonna buy it, and I will be the first to admit I'm nervous that it's gonna be completely overblown and a waste of my time, and I'll be playing beer pong or flip cup or whatever game halfway through, just like with Pacquiao, but. I mean, it's got great storylines, and so far their trash talking has been amazing. So,
I'm glad the fight is finally set. Yeah. So we can stop hearing about it. Yeah. And is it gonna happen or whatnot? Yeah. But
that got old.
I just really don't care, and I'm gonna bring up a few numbers because you wanted to.
I was curious, just curious about Langton.
So. Floyd, nickname Money Mayweather Jr.
Never heard that.
Who? Coming in at 5'8", 154 pounds. For all you that use the metric system, that's 1.73 meters and 70 kilograms.
I knew it. I knew that.
Fighting style orthodox. 5-division world champion from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Bam. Yeah, the only thing that I am curious about is weights and then
for some reason, McGregor. Wikipedia does not want to give lengths or wingspans or anything.
Yeah, the reach is important, I feel like, in a fight like this. That's the only reason I was asking. That's the only thing I know about boxing is reach is important, because if you're fighting a jabber like McGregor, or not McGregor, like Mayweather, who's a kind of mover and defensive boxer, if his reach is longer than yours, it puts you in a really...
72 inches.
Okay, yeah. So, I know I've always known that's one of his, strengths. I know he's got a long reach, and it makes it hard to get inside of his defenses when he keeps pushing you off. But I don't know, what do you think about the build-up? Do you think it's gonna be McGregor? I don't know if you can really build up Floyd much. I don't know if people care much about him. It's weird. He's the best boxer of our time, and a lot of people say maybe of all time, but I don't really care when he fights. It's always about the other person in the fight.
I really don't like Floyd Mayweather.
He comes off
because he's. And a lot of it is because he's rich and he can't read.
Yeah.
It's learn to read, man.
Dang. You should send this film to McGregor.
Jesus Christ.
That is a perfect insult to throw at him. I feel like that set him off.
Do you remember the back and forth he had with 50 Cent?
No, I was not.
50 Cent's if you could read one page out of that Harry Potter book, Floyd.
That's gold. McGregor needs to piggyback off that.
If you could read one page out of this Harry Potter book, I'll donate $10,000 to charity.
That's such a good bird. That is fine with me. That's what I want to hear. Is McGregor needs...
you have every opportunity. You know how many people out there just wish they had the time. There are a lot of adults in the world who are illiterate, who don't have the means to learn, and it's okay, maybe there's some thing, maybe he doesn't have sort of the mind for it, but it's in all this time, you have the resources to go out there and correct whatever you're going through, and it's
it's odd that he can't.
I lose a lot of respect for him for that, and
that
just the lavish spending sometimes.
He flaunts it for no
dropping
reason.
All these insane sports bets he does.
He's just
literally dropping somebody's rent on a meal or something like that. And it's come on, man.
We get it. This is a weird analogy. I kind of think is he like Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan should probably be considered one of the greatest NBA players, but he's boring, so you don't really talk. Mayweather's a boring fighter.
Mayweather is not. I think Mayweather's boring because we're all sick of his antics. I don't think he was boring in the beginning.
Yeah, maybe not when he was younger. I don't, like I said, the last few fights he's just been dull, and
I think he's
boring in the ring.
Sort of Ron Artest more so than Tim Duncan. After a while, you're just okay. You're calling yourself Meta World Peace now? I don't even care.
Yeah. Is he still doing that? Do you know?
Probably. I'm not sure.
I'm just curious.
I think he still shows up on the Lakers roster on 2K or something.
He does. And he was on a show weird, a Sports Center. He popped up and was as a correspondent, or whatever. And I was I couldn't tell if he still played or not. They didn't. I don't know what his role is at this point.
But getting back to the tail of the tape, McGregor. This is technically his debut in boxing. So his MMA record though is 21-3 with 8 knockouts. Nickname The Notorious.
Didn't know that.
Conor the Notorious McGregor. It doesn't work for me.
Don't like it. I would change it immediately. Also, I've never even heard that.
It needs to be something related to Ireland. He's
very
from
proud
Dublin,
of that.
apparently. I feel like it's got to be some sort of Irish stereotype.
Yeah, he looks like an Irishman. He acts like an Irishman. He should probably.
Style southpaw, height 5'9", which translates to 1.5 meters, 154 pounds, same as Mayweather, so 7 kilograms.
There you go.
UFC lightweight champion and former UFC featherweight champion. And the all-important reach, let's see.
Yeah.
Since Wikipedia is stupid, I gotta open up a different tab for it.
That's how it works.
Reach 74 inches.
So they're
188 centimeters.
Relatively the same.
The McGregor's got 2 inches on him in terms of reach. So
yeah, I will say I'm excited for it. I didn't know they were that equal in size and weight and all that. I kind of thought for some reason I just pictured McGregor bigger.
And it's probably because he's like using his entire body when he fights.
When he fights and he looks
more so in MMA.
And his persona, man, the way he comes off, I think he's like a huge big dude that knocks people out. But
all that being said, I think he has no chance.
I don't either. I just don't think he can. I think it's going to end up being he'll come out big like we think, but within a round or two
And boxing, I never saw as being the biggest strength of his style. Like what little I know of him, he's more of a get you to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't watch. I've seen a couple of his fights, and they're confusing.
The thing is, the only time you see any of his fights is when he's knocking somebody out real quick. It's
I know.
Those clips on SportsCenter.
Well, what do you think? I know we're probably gonna wrap up. So, what do you think of that? That's something the first thing that jumped out. Everybody will jump, boxing versus MMA and the style. But I'm like, they just in general, MMA fight. I'm pretty sure it's 3 to 5 rounds. I can't remember what. And they're and boxing is 12. Right there, even if you train, I know, to get in better shape, it's like saying, the guy that played in college, he can just run, between his college years and pros. He'll develop the stamina, but you don't once you're there. Getting punched, moving around, having fear, and won't he just get tired in the 6th round and be like,
I think this
crap.
is ultimately what would happen if you saw LeBron James try to go out and play wide receiver or something.
Yeah, good analogy.
It's it could work. He could be fairly decent at it, but there's so many nuances to it that you don't even realize that that you pick up just from doing it for so many years.
Yeah, that's actually a really good analogy.
I think the only thing McGregor, the only thing that could save him in all this is Floyd's pretty old. I think he has a solid 10 years on Floyd.
Yeah, it's 40 versus 30. Yeah. Maybe even younger than 30 at this point. I don't know.
But I think that's his only hope is that Floyd's just washed up now. I don't think Floyd's had a fight since Pacquiao. So,
no.
But he's Floyd Mayweather. He's a complete professional. He's been doing this for years. I'm sure he knows how to get back into fighting shape, and I don't think that'll be an issue. It's just, has Father Time caught up with him?
If Mayweather hits the mat because of McGregor, the world's gonna end.
Oh,
People are gonna go. I'm gonna go crazy. The world.
If he falls down once, that's essentially a loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's funny too because this fight. There's no pressure on McGregor, right? He doesn't have. It doesn't matter. It's a joke.
He's expected to lose.
Yeah. So I feel like everyone keeps talking well, he's got to show up because he's been talking crap. I'm like. No,
everybody talks crap before a fight. It's a fight.
So it's just interesting to me because
if you and me go outside right now, I'm gonna talk some crap right before.
It's just I thought that perspective was so terrible because he's gonna walk in that ring free, biggest payday ever for him, and no one's gonna care unless he knocks him out. The only way this becomes a news story is if he knocks him out. If he loses, no one's gonna talk about this fight. For after about a week. So. I thought that was interesting.
We could be seeing boxing's last hurrah, and I know we said that years ago, but hey, this has been Direct Sports Daily. I want to thank everyone for watching and listening. I've been George Bennett. This has been Robert Gluck, and we'll see you next time. If you like that video, check out some of our others, and hit the subscribe button to keep up to date on all the latest uploads from Direct Sports Daily.